Sorry about that cutoff of the last video, the time limit came up. So I continue with this video, and I left in this challenges with the developing the prototype. There were challenges with the developing tools documentation. Some tools either tool haven't had not complete documentation. Some have complete enough, and some have very lacking documentation. And other challenges were the size of community. With the big community, like Rempi have, there's lots of forum posts, and I can find questions for my problems from those forums, and some tools have no forum posts at all for the community. So with those tools, the finding the answers were difficult, especially if the documentation were lacking also. And one of the challenges also was with the because this thesis took about 9 months or so to complete. During that time, the tools were developing further and changing, and for example, one tool which I was used creating that one of those prototypes were pulled off from the market, so I have to choose another tool for developing that prototype, and that makes I have to start that prototypes developing work from beginning, and that affects my time schedule. And other tool, for example, were two under construction when I chose those tools, and with this stage, that tool is very much in the choice of tool maybe for that kind of development tool, and I'm talking about Bell. And challenges with writing the thesis were with the those area of writing official document, because the thesis have so much rules for that, how the everything is to be put on that document, and you have to follow those rules very specifically, so that makes some kind of challenge. And the last challenge was staying in time schedule. When I began this thesis, my goal was to have a complete thesis at January, so from like September to January, but that time schedule was too tight. I didn't manage to get it complete by January, and because my graduation is still at coming, and I have other courses going on, so it was no point to rush with this work. So I just gave up with that goal, and I've done this more easily and more relaxed this rest of this development. It includes writing that documentation. And for results, I got the research material from visual novel development tools, what kind of tools there are available, and which are good and which are not, and which have good documentation, which have good community, and so on. And from those results, I can form my opinion to recommended development tool for each developing purpose. And those are RENPy for developing a standalone application with text editor. RENPy is the main development tools for visual novels. It has most largest community, and it's fairly most used tool in this visual novel scene. And the novelty of Bell for developing a standalone application with graphical developing environment. Bell was this quickly developing tool, and it has developed as further that it can be used as a developing tool at the moment, but it's still lacking some of these functionalities. So I advise to check out if the Bell fulfills your requirements. If it does, then choose it, or if it does not, then choose Novelty. Novelty is not in active development anymore. It ends at 2010, if I remember right. Both are graphical environments. And this web story engine and Bell for web application, both tools are meant to be for web application development. The difference comes from the developing style. The web story engine developing work is done completely with the text editor. There's no graphical tools or editors, and Bell is the from the other end, so it have a graphical environment, and the working is done with that editor with graphical tools. Other results was 3 prototypes, one from each choose the visual novel development tool, and one result was the research of development tools under development. So these which development tools which may be good tools in the future, but have not been complete enough yet to be used. And one of those tools are called Even. And the further development would be this prototype. I get it to the prototype state, but it have a lot of work to be done if I like to publish it someday. And things I learned about the scene of visual novels. I had no idea what the visual novels are. Before I had some idea, but not very much of what the visual novels are. The reason why I chose this subject was that I'm interested in story writing and games which have this very story oriented heavy storyline, and the focus is on the story. So how I can mix those together, and this visual novel developing tools is one of the thing which can be used to that kind of development and that kind of games, or the novel and game combination. And I learned about the development tools for visual novels, which I have talked earlier, and also this research work, how to make this professional kind of documentation and researching of some subject, how to use resources and how to plan to that working flow for that given time schedule. and that is pretty useful for my field of working, giving these deadlines and getting these things done in that given timeline. So that's a good thing to learn, and I have got better with it when doing this thesis. And other thing was this writing an official document and use these official settings and so on. And hints for others who are doing this thesis. The main hint is the choose a subject from your interests. I mean, this is the time when you can do whatever you want. I mean, I advise you to choose that kind of subject which are interest you and why you are interested in this field and why you are studying these studies, and this is the opportunity to get deeper in that subject and get some things, maybe to start some working with that field, and maybe some kind of make some project from that field. And other hint is that reserve enough time for whole development of thesis. This one studying year is the enough, I think. The half of it is not, I found out it. So in that 1 year it's the time developing work is relaxed enough, so it gets quality enough. With too little time it get too rushing and it doesn't have quality, that kind of work. And these questions ends my presentation. Because there's no audio, there's no questions, so I end my presentation, and thank you for watching and have a nice day.